MG3 or Machinengewehr Model 3 is one of the world's most successful machine guns and is still in production and widespread use for more than 60 years after it was first employed. This general-purpose machine gun is a German-made machine gun from the early Cold War era. It entered service in 1968 under the Rheinmetall brand, and is essentially an adaptation of the MG42 machine gun, which was widely employed by Nazi Germany during World War II. The MG3 is simply an MG42 converted to a 7.62 by 51mm NATO round. Thus, its layout resembles the MG42. While the early versions were still just conversions, the subsequent versions include a number of small enhancements in some areas. In terms of design, the MG3 features a unique fishtail-shaped buttstock with a curved inward buttplate, the top of which extends rearward to lay atop the user's shoulder. The receiver portion of MG3 is rectangular, with a distinguishing long, shallow gradient on the cover section that slopes towards the buttstock. It is hinged in front, and the entire receiver cover opens for loading. The MG3 weapon is fed by a belt that swings freely from the left to the right. This belt is a feed block with metal 50-round continuous length Machinengewehr DM1 ammo belt, which can be mixed by cartridge or disintegrating link M13 or DM6 belt. When the MG3 is deployed as the light machine gun, a 100-round or 200-round belt is inserted within a synthetic ammo drum created by Heckler & Koch. The translucent back wall of the drum acts as a visual indicator of the amount of ammo available. The feed system is controlled by a feed arm contained in the feed cover. An intermediate link connects two feed pawls to the front end of the arm and allows them to travel in opposing directions, moving the belt in two phases as the bolt swings back and forth during firing. As a belt-fed, air-cooled, short-recoil-operated automatic firearm, the MG3 features an automatic-only trigger mechanism and a crossbolt safety in the shape of a button that is controlled by the shooting hand. This roller-locked bolt mechanism includes the bolt head, a pair of rollers, the striker sleeve, the bolt body, and the return spring. The weapon discharges from an open bolt. A wedge-shaped striker sleeve secures the bolt by forcing two cylindrical rollers included in the bolt head forward and into corresponding grooves in the barrel's extension of the breech. Both the barrel and the barrel extension recoil to the back when fired. The ensuing impact pulls the carrier to the rear, releasing the wedge and both rollers as fixed cams spring inward and out of their sockets, freeing the bolt head. The bolt carrier and bolt are then directed to the rear by fixed guides, while the barrel and barrel extension return to the battery. When the bolt is returned forward, the action of the rollers against the camming surfaces of the breech forces the rollers outward, locking the bolt head into the barrel extension and assuring a full lock. The bolt also incorporates a spring-loaded casing extractor and ejector. Ejection occurs when the ejector impacts the buffer head, producing a push forward through the ejector bar and striking the ejector pin. This pin pulls the top of the cartridge's base, which is still gripped by the extractor at the base, forcing the empty casing to spin and eject downward into the injection chute. It is also important to note that the cyclic head of MG3 can be changed by changing the bolts and recoil springs. A heavier bolt requires more recoil energy to overcome inertia, delaying the action. There are two types of bolts available for MG3 machine guns. First, the regular weight of approximately 22.93 ounces for the standard 1,000 to 1,200 rounds per minute cyclic rate of fire. The additional weight of about 31.75 ounces for a slower 800 to 950 rounds per minute cyclic rate of fire. Those bolts are also utilized in conjunction with various return springs. Moreover, the square-slotted forearm on MG3 is accessible on the right side to allow the fast change barrel to be swapped. The barrel is covered in a long, narrow, rectangular, and extensively ventilated coat with a panel on the right side that swings up to give access to the barrel. The MG3 receiver housing and barrel shroud casing are both stamped steel, while the barrels are cold rolled steel. The quick-change chrome-lined barrel on MG3 for 4 right-hand grooves enables a rifling twist rate of 1 in 305 mm. Alternatively, polygonal rifling can be used on MG3 barrels. The barrel is merged with the barrel breech. A muzzle device is attached to the end of the barrel and serves as a flash suppressor, muzzle brake, and recoil booster. During prolonged shooting, the barrel should be changed on a regular basis. The gun is loaded and the barrel catch on the right side of the barrel shroud is swung forward. The breech end of the heated barrel swings out and can be removed by raising or rotating the gun. A new barrel is then placed via the barrel catch and muzzle bearing. When the catch is cranked back, the barrel is locked, and the machine gun may restart firing. Aside from the barrel, chamber, and action, most MG3 components are interchangeable with the MG42. It is outfitted with a synthetic polymer stock and open iron sights with an open V-notch sliding rear on a ramp at range settings of 200 to 1200 meters or 219 to 1312 yards in 109-yard increments. This open-type iron sighting line, however, has a relatively short radius of 430 millimeters and consists of a height-adjustable front sight on a foldable post and a leaf rear sight. There is also a flip-up anti-aircraft sight just in front of the standard rear sight element, which is connected to the receiver top. The MG3 can be fired from a bipod, a tripod, or as pintle-mounted or coaxial machine gun. However, for specific use as a light machine gun, the MG3 is equipped with a foldable bipod. On the other hand, in a fixed heavy machine gun duty, the MG3 is placed on a buffered Feldefette or field tripod, and is equipped with a periscope telescopic sight, namely Zielfenrohr 4x24 or engaging indirect targets. The direct fire periscope sight on the MG3 is placed atop the Feldefette and is calibrated in 109-yard increments from 0 to 1,750 yards or 0 to 1,600 meters. The MG3 has shown great reliability and availability in German soldiers' military tasks. Besides being deployed as an infantry weapon on light bipods and various tripods, the MG3 is used as a primary weapon on light or non-armored vehicles, such as the LKW-2 MAN-GL trucks and ATF Dingo. It is also a standard secondary weapon on most modern German armored fighting vehicle designs, including Leopard 2, Panzerhaubitze 2000, and Marder. Furthermore, the MG3 has been proving to be reliable on many military missions in the world. These include several recent conflicts such as the Iran-Iraq War, the Turkey-PKK conflict, the Afghan War, and the Yemeni Civil War. Currently, the MG3 is in operation in over 30 countries and has been built under license by other companies across the globe other than Rheinmetall in Germany. A new MG3 costs around $3,000, and it is believed to remain in use in some way till 2059. That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.